Assume a ROM to be tested is compared with a known good ROM. If the checksums differ, the ROM is A. Very likely to be good. B. Definitely good. C. Very likely to be bad. D. Definitely bad. The correct answer is definitely bad. The checkerboard pattern test is used to test A. ROM. B. EEPROM. C. FIFO. D. RAM. The correct answer is RAM. Information that is stored in an EEPROM A can be modified by performing a memory write operation. B is stored by the manufacturer and cannot be changed. C is lost if power is interrupted. D can be erased by applying high voltage to each storage location. The correct answer is can be erased by applying high voltage to each storage location. The difference between RAM and ROM is that A. RAM has a read write signal and ROM doesn't. B. RAM will lose data when the power is removed and ROM won't. C. RAM has random address access and ROM uses sequential address access. D. RAM has a read write signal and ROM doesn't. RAM will lose data when the power is removed and ROM won't. The correct answer is RAM has a read write signal and ROM doesn't. RAM will lose data when the power is removed and ROM won't. The TMS44100 has address inputs A 10, B 11, C 12, D 13. The correct answer is 11. A type of memory that is accessed serially one location after the other is A. ROM. B. Read-write memory. C. Shift register. D. PLD. The correct answer is shift register. The basic purpose of tri-state or open collector outputs on a memory is to A. Isolate devices connected to a common bus. B. Simplify the circuitry. C. Provide faster transitions of the output. D. Increase the output current. The correct answer is isolate devices connected to a common bus. The checksum method is used to test A. ROM. B. EEPROM. C. FIFO. D. RAM. The correct answer is ROM. Because 4096 to 12 a 4K1 RAM requires address bits to access all locations. A. 4096. B. 10. C. 12. D. 1024. The correct answer is 12. To reduce the number of pins on high-capacity DRAM chips, address is used so that a single pin can accommodate two different address bits. A. Conversion. B. Programming. C. Multiplexing. D. Firmware. The correct answer is multiplexing. The number of 16K4 memories needed to construct a 128K8 memory is A. 4. B. 8. C. 12. D. 16. The correct answer is 16. The minimum number of address lines needed for a 64K memory is A. 10. B. 12. C. 14. D. 16. The correct answer is 16. The 2147 4K1 static RAM contains 4096 storage locations storing 1 bit each. 2147 RAM memory chips are needed to configure an 8K8 memory. A. 1. B. 4. C. 8. D. 16. The correct answer is 16. A CD-ROM is a form of read-only memory in which data are stored as A. Magnetic bubbles. B. Magnetized spots. C. Bits on an optical disc. D. Tiny pinholes in an opaque substance. The correct answer is bits on an optical disc. A type of read-write memory available with MOS technology is A. SRAM. B. DRAM. C. Both of the above. D. None of the above. The correct answer is both of the above. All rows in a 2118 dynamic RAM need to be refreshed. A. Every second. B. Every millisecond. C. Every 50 milliseconds. D. Every 2 milliseconds. The correct answer is every 2 milliseconds. ROM access time is defined as A. How long it takes to program the ROM chip. B. Being the difference between the read and write times. C. The time it takes to get valid output data after a valid address is applied. D. The time required to activate the address lines after the enable line is at a valid level. The correct answer is the time it takes to get valid output data after a valid address is applied. In DRAM operations, it is assumed that RW is in its state during a operation. A. High read. B. High Z write. C. High write. D. High Z read. The correct answer is high read. The major advantage of dynamic RAM over static RAM is A. Cost. B. Speed. C. Storage density. D. Cost and storage density. The correct answer is cost and storage density. The address space of a RAM memory can be expanded using a decoder and additional memory ICs. The output of the decoder should be connected to which input line of the memory? A. The most significant address inputs. B. The most significant data inputs. C. The read-write line. D. The chip enable. The correct answer is the chip enable. The memory operation that presents data on the memory outputs after entering a new address is called A. A read cycle. B. A write cycle. C. A refresh cycle. D. A chip select. The correct answer is a read cycle. Dynamic memory is memory A. That will maintain storage even if power is removed. B. Whose data can never be altered. C. That must be refreshed periodically or it will lose storage. D. That maintains storage as long as power is applied. The correct answer is that must be refreshed periodically or it will lose storage. Because of their non-volatility, high-speed, low-power requirements, and lack of moving parts have become feasible alternatives to magnetic disk storage. A. CD-ROMs. B. Flash memory modules. C. ROMs. D. EEPROMs. The correct answer is flash memory modules. The memory operation that stores data into a memory location after entering a new address is called A. A read cycle. B. A write cycle. C. A refresh cycle. D. Chip select. The correct answer is a write cycle. A DIMM A is available in 30-pin or 72-pin packages. B has contact pins on only one side of the module. C has less memory than the newer SIM modules. D has contact pins on both sides of the module for larger data paths. The correct answer is has less memory than the newer SIM modules. When the term RAM is used with semiconductor memories, it usually means as opposed to ROM. A. Random access memory. B. Read-write memory RWM. C. Flash memory. D. Temporary storage. The correct answer is read-write memory RWM. Dynamic RAMs store information by using A. Magnetism. B. Flip-flops. C. Latches. D. Capacitors. The correct answer is capacitors. When more than one IC is used to provide all the addressable locations in a memory, a technique called is used to identify which IC is being accessed. A. Address decoding. B. Memory refresh. C. Data encoding. D. Memory paging. The correct answer is address decoding. The periodic recharging of dynamic RAM memory cells is called A. Reinstalling, B. Revitalizing, C. Refreshing, D. Reinstating. The correct answer is refreshing. An is user-programmable and can also be erased electronically and reprogrammed as often as desired. A. EEPROM, B. ROM, C. EEPROM, D. EEPROM. The correct answer is EEPROM. A. FIFO. A. Allows data to be clocked in and out at different clock rates. B. Outputs the data in the same order that it was input. C. Can be used to smooth out bursts of data into a continuous stream. D. All of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. PROMs are programmed by fuses. A. Zapping, B. Blowing, C. Charging, D. Inputting. The correct answer is zapping. When a computer is executing a program of instructions, the CPU will memory locations as dictated by the program instructions. A. Format, B. Scan, C. Store data into, D. Verify. The correct answer is store data into. A DRAM has a RAS and a CAS because the address lines are multiplexed to reduce ping count. B. The RAS determines the operation mode and the CAS enables the tristate outputs. C. The RAS latches in the address and the CAS latches in data. D. None of the above. The correct answer is the address lines are multiplexed to reduce ping count. Floppy disks are organized into concentric rings called A. Tracks, B. Arrays, C. Sectors, D. Cells. The correct answer is tracks. Read-only memory is memory. A. That has unlimited storage capacity. B. Whose data can never be altered by the user. C. That must be refreshed periodically or it will lose storage. D. That maintains storage as long as power is applied. The correct answer is whose data can never be altered by the user. A. Is user-programmable memory that cannot be erased and reprogrammed. A. ROM, B. EEPROM, C. EEPROM, D. PROM. The correct answer is PROM. A device that needs constant refreshing to avoid losing data is an A. RAM, B. DRAM, C. ROM, D. EEPROM. The correct answer is DRAM. Information that is stored in a mask ROM. A. Can be modified by using special equipment. B. Is stored by the manufacturer and cannot be changed. C. Is lost if power is interrupted. D. Can be modified by using special equipment and is lost if power is interrupted. The correct answer is stored by the manufacturer and cannot be changed. Flash memories are so called because of the rapid times. A. Read and write. B. Format and erase. C. Erase and read. D. Erase and write. The correct answer is erase and write.